1,000 generations live in you now. But this is your fight.
Feel the power of the dark side. I am the Senate. Do it. Do it. Watch this video. You will. I will control you with my lightning powers. All the power of the Sith compels inside of me. And I survived somehow, even though clearly I blew up. But I came back. Because I am the Emperor, and there needed to be a story. We need to retcon the entirety of Last Jedi, so I could return and fix Star Wars. So did I fix Star Wars? No, I didn't. Nope, they didn't. That's not really what fixed Star Wars at all. Get this hoodie off me. Hey everybody, today we're going to be taking a look at the movie, The Rise of Skywalker. The Rise of Skywalker? Why the hell are they calling it The Rise of Skywalker? It should be called The Fall of the Skywalkers, because all the Skywalkers freaking die at the end of this movie. Like, come on. Oh, I'm so sorry. Spoilers? I mean, come on. It's been out for a week, mate, chump. And you seriously haven't seen this film? Well, of course you probably haven't seen it. I mean, just because of the box office. It didn't make $200 million, so it's kind of a failure. It's not really much of a failure. In all honesty, this movie could have been called something else. I really like the final battle, because in every single trailer, they're like, this is the end. This is the final battle. Like, how many times are they going to tell us this is the final thing? We understand. This is the final Star Wars movie. Ha! Ha! Yeah, I believe that. I believe that shit so well. This is the final Star Wars. They're gonna make so many more Star Wars movies after this. They're just gonna wait a couple of years, okay? This is not the final Star Wars movie. Please stop saying that. It's the end of the Skywalker saga, but it's not the end of Star Wars. Star Wars is not dead. It's not gonna die for years. It's just they're just gonna keep beating the dead horse. Star Wars. This movie kind of what do I say? I like this film, okay? It's better than The Last Jedi, but still, this movie is complete bullshit. Let's be honest here. It is. They just keep piling and piling shit up, and they just keep piling and piling plot lines and after plot lines after plot lines, and they don't even have room to breathe. This movie's a mess. It's a ginormous mess. It's a beautiful mess, though. But it's a ginormous mess with a lot of fan service that does not need to be in this film, but apparently exists, and apparently the stupidest fan theories that exist out there came true. Seriously? It's like, so, this movie makes me so mad and disappointed. I'm not mad about this, like, I'm happy, I'm still kind of weird about this film. I'm disappointed in how it ended up, because it was just really shit. But also, I'm kind of happy what happened in the movie, but it's just, I mean, sure, they made stuff I wouldn't think was gonna happen, but also they brought stuff that I thought was just too stupid to happen, but apparently it actually happened. That's this movie in a nutshell. I have no opinions really on the movie. I can't really say if I like it or hate it at this point. It's a very weird film that was just put together just like that. And they didn't put any time into really making this film at all, or making it work. Maybe add a couple more minutes to the film, like 30 minutes. Make this a 3-hour-long movie to make it make sense. Or make the characters breathe a little bit, because it's super fast-paced. But we got it, so, I mean, what more sense to complain? Actually, there's a lot of sense to complain. So that's what this review is about, people. Anyways, let's go and get things started. So, roll the intro.
Your destiny. The Force will be with you.
Always.
arc should be called The Return of Palpatine. Apparently Palpatine comes back in some weird magical way. They don't really explain that well. I don't know if he's a clone. I don't really know. But apparently Rey is supposed to find this magical triangle thing that's, you know, to take her to Palpatine. So that's the movie, and apparently Palpatine has the final order that they have to stop. That is the movie in a nutshell. That's the movie. It's actually really hard to explain, and then, you know, Rey's trying to find who she really is inside, I guess that's also part of the movie. It's a really hard description to make. It's the final Star Wars movie, people. It's not, Derek. Yes, it's not. I know. It's not. Anyways, guys, I think that's really it. I'm just gonna move on, guys. God damn, there is so much shit that happens in this film that I actually had to write notes for this review. I usually don't write notes. Sometimes I do for, like, if there's, like, so much stupid stuff that happens in the film. Like, I had to write notes for Playmobil, which the review will come out later. But still, so much crap happened. The first thing I really want to talk about is Palpatine. Palpatine's return. So, Palpatine's cool. You know, he could shoot lightning and stuff. Woo, zap, 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 and all that stuff. He could do all that cool stuff. But him coming back is just so stupid. And how do you just bring the guy back after the third film? The third film in the frickin' saga. In this new little trilogy. You bring him back. You should have brought him back in The Last Jedi. Or even probably hinted at his return in The Force Awakens. Or even Last Jedi for simple. You don't just bring this bullshit up like in the third film. But, of course, The Last Jedi was what it was, so I guess J.J. Abrams didn't have much to work with, especially out of the freaking Last Jedi in. I mean, come on. The Last Jedi had, like, you know, The Force Awakens set us up with a lot of great questions, like Snoke. He's a very important character.
And kills his true enemy.
Nope, he's dead. He's freaking dead. He's not important at all. Rey's parents, they are extremely important. Why is Rey such a Mary Sue? It's because of her parents.
Say it. Say it.
They were nobody.
They were filthy junk traders who sold you off for drinking money.
Nope, they're nobodies. They're freaking nobodies. They are nobodies. Yeah. That was The Last Jedi. It gave us every expectation and ruined it. Ruined every single one of our expectations. Because Rian Johnson didn't want Star Wars people to be happy. He did not. Not at all. So he made that. So instead he gave us space horses. We had to follow Rose and Finn as they go to a planet of coliseums and they gamble and they gotta find the guy with the freaking voice. Oh, sorry, I'm stuttering a little bit. And we had to save the space horses. That's very important. And then, you know, Rose kisses Finn for some reason. Of course, when Finn gets kissed, he looks like, oh dear God, what the hell did you do to me?
Not fighting what we hate. Saving what we love.
What the hell did you do to me? Yeah, that was The Last Jedi. In all honesty, I don't mind the movie. I like it, except for the space horses, which was stupid. It's a good movie, but a bad Star Wars film. That's my opinion. And, of course, they explained Snoke pretty well. He's a clone. He was actually Palpatine this entire time. Yeah, you just pulled that one straight out of your ass.
I have been every voice you have ever heard inside your head.
Yeah, Palpatine freaking Snoke is a clone, and he has a jar full of freaking Snokes. He's growing Snokes in his underground secret, like, Sith Lord base. Apparently, and he's fully alive. He is fully alive. Now, this is the confusing part. There is some part they say he's a clone. Which I'm like, okay, but why does he look like that? If he's actually a clone, then why does he look like he's been blown up, basically? I think he's like me, you know, where he doesn't have any leg. Oh, my stick came off. Where he doesn't have any legs, he's just on some kind of thing. He kind of reminds me of GLaDOS. Can you put my stick back on? Yeah. I'll hold it for you. Ah. There we go. Anyways, he's kind of on this weird Vader belt thing. Kind of remind me of GLaDOS from freaking Portal. But yeah, he's alive, but it doesn't really make sense because part of his nails are like burned off and like he's like rotting basically. So it kind of makes me think, is that Palpatine from the Return of the Jedi when he blew up from the Death Star? Is that just his remains? It doesn't make sense. They're not explaining this stuff right. I mean, sure, it's an okay explanation, but then you think about it. If he's a clone, then why does he not look younger? Why does he not look like he's from, Chancellor Palpatine from, the prequels? Why does he not make himself look cooler? Why does he still have wrinkles? Does he like the wrinkles? I don't know. That's a lot of weird questions. There's a lot of questions here. Is this the real Palpatine? Like, in the entire movie franchise, have we been following the real Palpatine? Has that been the real Palpatine that we're seeing in this movie? The real Palpatine we've been, the one who's been pulling the strings the entire time. Has every Palpatine we've met been a clone? I don't know. This answers so many questions that I did not want to have. Palpatine being back is the stupidest thing in the world. Honestly, I like it. I like how stupid it is, and I like how stupid this movie is. But still, you just can't bring him back like that. You just can't bring him back. Like stupid explanations. Yes, I was a clone. I was a clone. I don't know. I don't know with Palpatine. I really don't. And also, his big plan? And his big plan was for Rey to kill him. So, basically, why? Dear God. And also, the big reveal. Rey's parents were actually not nobodies. They were pretending to be nobodies. Yeah, just retcon everything that The Last Jedi set up. They're actually somebodies that pretended to be nobodies. Yeah. That's how you fix it, JJ. That's good job. Good job. You fixed it. You really did fix it. All right, yeah. It's the big reveal. She's a Palpatine too. When I heard that, I was like, the hell? Are you serious? Is she actually a Palpatine? That was a fan theory I've heard for a while now. A lot of people predicted that she was a Palpatine. I was like, that is too stupid to actually come true. Actually, I was wrong. Apparently it is. It actually came true. She actually was a Palpatine. People were right. You're kidding me. You couldn't think of anything else clever enough? You couldn't think of anything else? Then maybe making her relate to Obi-Wan Kenobi or just maybe a great Jedi? Maybe? No, make her a Palpatine. Okay, sure, okay. I wish we would have known parts of that throughout the entire 3 movies we had. Force Awakens, no teases to her being a Palpatine. No teases in, maybe The Last Jedi, because she was tempted to the dark side. I guess that could be somewhat of a tease, basically. But no, there's hardly any teases that she was actually goddamn Palpatine. I mean, sure, I guess when she did Force Lightning, which, honestly, that was kind of funny. I was kind of, I did scream, oh my gosh, she did Force Lightning, oh, my stick came off, oh my gosh, Force Lightning, whoa, this is freaking amazing, whoa, oh no, my stick came off, and my stick came off, quick cut. Okay, I should calm down, everything's back together, my stick's back on, I put back my little thing, yeah, it's up there. I don't know what else to say here. But anyways, yeah, I guess I mean, after that point, I kind of just respected to, maybe she belongs in the dark side. No, she was a freaking Palpatine. And apparently, Palpatine's grand plan all along was for Rey to kill him. So all the powers of the Sith, all the Sith that died before, him, sucks into Rey, apparently. That's his plan. And I'm like, really? That's your plan for your granddaughter to kill you? Has this been your plan through the entire series? Is to have a granddaughter, and then you make that granddaughter kill you, and she become the empress or something? He said empress, so I was like, oh dear God, you actually said that. Really? I thought you wanted to become supreme ruler of all the galaxy. I thought that was your plan. I thought that was your entire plan, was to rule the entire world. But no, you're just gonna kill yourself? Really? But then after a while, he changes his mind. It's like, you know what? I don't want you to rule. I'm just going to zap your life force now. Apparently, that's a thing. Actually, it is a thing now. Yes, that's a new force power, apparently. We can now heal people. Wow, we can heal people with the force now. Wow, that would have been so great for a lot of great situations in Star Wars. Like, ooh, like Anakin could have healed his mother when she died. Ooh, like when Obi-Wan's master died, he could have force healed him. Oh, man, wow, force healing. Wait, that's something we should have learned a long time ago. You see that? You see what I mean here? You give us a new force power like this, it just retcons Star Wars, basically. Like, there are so many damn situations that force healing could have worked. And that's why they had to put the new episode of The Mandalorian out before this episode, so they can prove, like, force healing exists. Don't worry, they didn't pull this out their ass. No, they still pull it out their ass. Because it should have existed within the prequels, or the Clone Wars series. It should have existed. Like, come on. But, I mean, I think I like the, like, the taking through the Force thing, like, getting objects from the Force. That makes sense. They actually sort of set that up in The Last Jedi, okay? Like, the telekinetic thing, like, that makes sense. That makes sense that they can actually do that, because, like, if you remember from The Last Jedi, like, Kylo Ren felt water, basically. So, that Force stuff makes sense. I'm fine with that. I'm not really fine with the Mary Poppins thing that Leia did, but I'm fine with that stuff. Anyways, back to Palpatine. Apparently, he's sucking the life essence out of those two because they have a connection. Really? Really? Well, I still don't understand. So, basically, you decide you want to live now. You could just... I don't understand. You could just taken, like, Rey's life force its entire time. I don't understand why he just didn't do it. Did he really need two people to do this? And plus, when Rey... Like, what happens after, like, Rey kills you in anger and gets all that force power? So what, now she's supposed to be evil or something? Does the Sith power just make her evil now? Because if we remember, characters like Ezra from the Rebels show has used the power of the dark side, but he didn't turn evil. Like, come on. People can use the power of the dark... Even Rey sort of did it. She went to the dark side, sort of, like in The Last Jedi when she did that weird water hole thing and saw that weird, like, Matrix mirror thing. And, she sort of... That's sort of, like, signaling she used the power of the dark side and all that shit, And she used lightning powers, which is power of hate. Shit, that didn't turn her evil. She didn't turn evil at all. Isn't she just gonna be, like, a jerk, I guess, maybe? Like, she's actually gonna... She's like... Emperor Palpatine's like, if you get my power, you can save all your friends. I'm like, so basically, she's gonna use the evil powers to do something good. Really? So basically, you're saying is she could still become a good person, but then still have all this incredible power. So she'll become even more of a Mary Sue. That doesn't make sense. That really doesn't make sense. Like, why didn't I would have just killed the guy. Honestly, I would just have all this power and not really just do anything. Because she could just end the war right there. End it all. Basically just end it. And then there wouldn't be any to fight. She wouldn't have to fight anyone and the war would have been over. Like, what to do with those powers? Nothing really, because the war is over. Where was Palpatine's mind when thinking about this stuff? Where was he thinking? What was he thinking? I don't understand this world. I really don't understand this movie. This movie is stupid. This movie is stupid, okay? Sure, I liked it when Palpatine raises his hands and electrocutes the sky for some reason. He starts electrocuting everything. Like, dear God, that was cool. That was visually cool. It only tickled the ships and made them, like, gracefully fall to the ground, like, very, very slowly so no one will die. So, yeah, I mean, I guess it's powerful, but it's not powerful to destroy ships. Yeah, good for you. And of course, I got a big question to ask. Where did Palpatine get the parts to build, like thousands and thousands of Star Destroyers? Where did he get the parts? Sure, he has these weird followers, but I don't know if they're real or not. Like, was that audience that was there to see Rey's, like, killing a Palpatine? Like, was that his, like, illusions? Or those, like, past Sith people? That's kind of what I interpreted, because once the buildings started coming down, they all disappeared. So I think they're ghosts. Sith ghosts, I think? I guess Sith ghosts exist now? That's very interesting. But where did he get it? I mean, sure, he had 30 years to building all this, his final order. Which is final order, Star Wars has gotten so bland now that they need to find something, some big threat. Like a planet destroyer. We've had that for 3 movies. And what do? Add a planet destroyer. But here's the twist, people. Here is the twist. It can destroy planets. A Star Destroyer can destroy planets. Oh. Boo! Big revelation. Big revelation there. Like, that's the greatest idea ever. Let's have 1,000 Star Destroyers having the power to destroy planets. Yeah, that's a great idea. That's an amazing idea, you know? It retcons every single Death Star, though. Just, why? Why? Make them have the power to destroy, like, an entire, like, maybe half of a planet. Like, not destroy a planet, but destroy, like, cities. A giant laser beam that destroys cities. No, don't make it destroy planets. That just takes away from the, like, Star Killer base or freaking Death Stars. Like, this is, like, now we have 1,000 Death Stars? Oh, bullshit. Come on. Come on, you could thought something clever like that. 1,000 Star Destroyers is already scary enough. But, of course, you just had to add the fact that it can destroy planets. It can destroy planets. Oh, that's just perfect. Wow. That is like brilliant making. You see, you beat the dead horse so many times, you kind of start using the same stick that you used to beat the horse. It's kind of lazy writing. Very lazy. This movie's kind of lazy, but it's kind of stupid, but I love it. And I love the fact that the Space Horse storyline came back, so they start riding on Space Horses in the finale, you know, to ride across the Star Destroyer so they won't get hit by cannons and stuff. Great to see the Space Horses back. And, you know, Rose, you know, that amazing character that everyone hated? I mean, I didn't hate Rose that much. And I really hate what happened to her on Twitter, on, like, you know, social media and stuff. How many people just, like, really hated on her. Like, come on, don't hate the actress. Just hate the fact that the character wasn't written in the story well. Don't freaking hate on the actress, okay? Yeah, she was hardly in this film. Just, like, probably, like, 2 minutes in this film. She was just such a side character. And I love Rose and freaking Finn had, like, a love thing. You know, where they kissed and Finn was not having it. It was like, girl, you are not my type. Yep, they kind of just don't talk about that. They don't mention that shit at all. They just want to remove Rose from the saga completely. And I love how Rose is like, can I come with you? He's like, nah, girl, no. Nah, we don't need you. We don't want you to ruin this movie. So he gives her a pat on the back. Oh boy, she has been friend-zoned so badly. She has been friend-zoned. Finn and Poe, they sort of have stuff to do. Sort of. What do they... Honestly, to God, they don't do anything. They really don't. They just follow around Rey and just be her backup dancers, basically. Like, they're just the guys that worry about Rey. And it's cool to see all three of them on screen together, because this is the first movie they're all on screen together. Like, you know, the first movie, it was just Rey and Finn. And Rey never really met Poe until The Last Jedi, which was kind of weird to think about, that was the first time of them meeting. But, yeah, it was all of them together. That was kind of cool. I like that. They actually have great chemistry. I wish I saw that in the other movies. But we didn't get that. Because for some reason in Last Jedi, they had to keep Rey and Finn separated. And so Finn could go save Space Horses. I don't like the Space Horses, people. I don't like the Space Horses at all. Ugh. Just, dear God. This review, I feel like, is a mess. This is a mess of review, but I just had to talk about this. I think this is probably going to be one of my longest reviews for us all. There's so much stuff that happens in this film. So much stuff. So basically, the plot line for this is Rey and her friends have to go find the magical Sith triangles. I don't know if they're Sith holocron. I don't understand. Like, I thought it was a holocron, but apparently it's a map. It might be a holocron. Who knows? They're just trying to find these triangles. You know, with the magical Sith dagger that has words on it. Apparently there's a magical Sith dagger. Oh boy, yeah. That's the film. So what else are we gonna talk about? So basically, Leia. Let's go ahead and talk about Leia. For what they had, they didn't have much stuff with Leia, and because of the sad death of Carrie Fisher, they didn't have much footage, and I guess they used Leia to the best they could, so it's understandable for what they did with her. I think it was okay. It didn't really work that well for the film, and they just used a couple of lines that I've heard before. But still, it was fine. They just kill her off though, which I guess is understandable. Basically, the way she dies is she says Ben, and then dies. I think another thing she did, she might have been the one that brought in, like, summoned Han Solo from the dead. I don't know, but they say it's also a memory in his head, so I'm still not sure how to explain that scene. Like, all she did was say, Ben, and then she died. I don't know. Maybe there could have been a better way of doing that. I don't really know. And that's how Kylo Ren changes. He hears his mama say, Ben. And then he's like, oh no, I've been a bad person now. I need to stop because my mom said talk to me and say Ben. I know it's the Han Solo stuff. And honestly, the Han Solo stuff I thought I was going to hate. Honestly, I liked it. That was actually a really sweet moment. It was actually a redone, basically, of the parts in The Force Awakens. And I love how Kylo Ren can't even say that I love you. But then, Han Solo was like, I know. Harrison Ford was great. I'm surprised he actually came back, because I know he didn't want to come back to Star Wars. And that's understandable. Very understandable for what the frick this movie is. This movie's a mess. And the hyperspace thing in the beginning of the movie, where they just keep jumping out and in through hyperspace. That was actually pretty cool. I actually like that. I know, I don't think a lot of people do like that, the fact of that. It makes sense, basically. They can just jump in and out of hyperspace. But still, it was a cool shot. It doesn't really make some sense, but it's still pretty cool. You know, it's not a Star Wars movie without meeting new characters. Of course, we got a brand new droid, hairdryer droid. I don't know what the heck he's named. He's a combination of BB-8 and a hairdryer. So creative, wow. I think they must have thought of hours on thinking of a droid like that. And actually, it's voiced by J.J. Abrams, which is kind of funny, ironic. Actually, that droid was fine. He didn't do anything. He was just there. So, I mean, I don't have much problems with it. And then, of course, we introduce, Poe's ex-girlfriend, of course. You know, she wears a mask. We never see her face. And once she's done her purpose, she's gone for the movie. Yeah, that was a great use of that character. You know, we have to extract CPO's memories. We have to do that. And then, you know, that character's gone. She doesn't do anything else in the movie. She comes back by a flyby, and then there's a kind of a cute thing with Poe and her at the end of the movie, which I think is kind of cute, and I think great acting from those two characters, showing that they have chemistry. I really like that. And of course, we get the brand new love interest for Finn, who is... I don't remember her name. She was so... I actually don't know any of the new characters' name. She was so, like... I just kind of forgot her name because I didn't really care about her at all. Yeah, she was an ex-stormtrooper just like Finn, so they became buddy-buddy right then. It's like, you like this thing? Yeah, I like this thing. Let's become best friends. Yeah, let's become best friends. I'll die for you too now. Like, dear God, this girl really wanted that black ass. She really did. Then when she found out that Finn couldn't give her that black ass, she went straight to Lando at the end of the movie. And I love how Lando's like, hey, baby, what's your story? Wait a minute, I can do a pretty good Lando impression. Hello, I'm Lando Calrissian. I'm the flyest mother effer in the galaxy. You need me to drive you anywhere? Cause I'm Lando Calrissian. I think that was an okay voice. I don't think it was amazing. Yeah, basically she was there. Once she got in the movie, she actually stayed in the movie, which is actually better than Poe's ex-girlfriend. Which we don't even see her except her eyes and a lock of hair. That's all we get to see of that character. I'm kind of shocked. It's like she wasn't even exist in the movie. Heck, the actress probably wasn't even there on the set. She probably just voiced all this stuff and then showed up for like the one scene where you see her eyes. Yep. Also, Lando was in this movie. I kind of forgot because he didn't have much purpose in this film at all. He was there for exposition. Then he went to bring in, you know, their Avengers Endgame scene with all the ships coming down. You know, I would have loved to see if the Mandalorian ship, I was trying to see if that was there. Maybe it was there. I think I saw the Ghost, which was kind of cool. You know, the Ghost from Rebels, their ship basically. That's cool. It's kind of sad we didn't see any of the Rebel characters. I would have loved it that maybe Hera was driving around. She said, I'm going to save your back. But they weren't that clever enough to do that. They weren't that clever. Dear God, is there still much to talk about? There is a lot to still talk about this movie. Dear God. Man, I need a little break. Dear God, I'm gonna cut this quite quick. Okay, we're back, people. We're back, okay, with this conversation. Okay, the one thing I can say really good about this film is Kylo Ren. Honestly, Kylo Ren has been the best part of this series entirely. Not the Star Wars series in general, just the 3 movies. You know, these last 3 movies, Kylo Ren has been the only one that's been carrying this franchise of a mess. Honestly, if you watch all the movies just back to back, it's not a cohesive story. And that's the problem with The Last Jedi. No, sorry, that's just a force of habit. That's just wrong with the franchise so far. If someone had one clear vision on how to make this series, like J.J. Abrams, like if you just continuously just had one director for all the movies, you probably would have, not a lot of people would have had backlash, or if there was a freaking clear vision, which clearly there's not. Like, there's just, as you could tell through Last Jedi and freaking, like, Rise of Skywalker, there were two filmmakers with two different visions on how Star Wars should be made. Like, honestly, maybe I would have mind if J.J. Abrams, like, not J.J. Abrams, like, freaking Rian Johnson just took over the series. Honestly, I wouldn't mind that, because honestly, he had some pretty cool ideas he came up with, even though there's nothing, like, you know, like, screw everything else, like the Sith, screw the Jedi, let's just make a new order. Honestly, that was an interesting idea. They kind of just threw that out the door. No, Kylo Ren's a bad guy again, which I do like. Kylo Ren's great. I love the fact that, like, J.J. Abrams, like, freaking rebuilt Kylo Ren's helmet, even though Rian Johnson destroyed it. He tried to retcon so much. And I love, this movie's, like, kind of like a diss track, basically. That J.J. Abrams is dissing Rian Johnson, like the scene where Luke's Force Ghost comes out, and then he catches the lightsaber and Rey throws it, and he's like, "That's not how a lightsaber's supposed to be treated." I'm looking at you, Rian Johnson, you son of a bitch. How do you like me now? How do you like me now? Yep, that's it. I like that scene though, because there's just like, yeah, I mean, honestly, that was one part of The Last Jedi I didn't mind. I liked that. Like, I couldn't think of any way else to show how Luke felt about Jedis and stuff at this point. Like, he doesn't want to become that person anymore. So it makes sense that he threw that lightsaber away. Makes sense. I don't hate that part of the movie. Really don't. But honestly, I like Luke's Force Ghost. I like it. He kind of feels a lot more impy and pep. Like, yeah, man, I'm doing good, man. I'm dead and stuff. I'm one with the Force. I'm glowing blue, man. Like, I'm pretty swell. Like, Luke has been happier than ever. I guess killing himself was, like, the best thing he possibly could have done. Because that man's so freaking happy. And I do love the fact when he actually lifts the TIE Fighter up from the sea, because that's like one from Empire Strikes Back. Luke couldn't do that before, and Yoda had to lift the TIE Fighter, the X-Wing. Goddamn, a lot of people are going to be hating me in the comments. It's an X-Wing. You know, he pulled his X-Wing out of the water, while Yoda in the Empire Strikes Back actually had to lift it for him. So that was a cool little callback. The master has become the student has become the master, and now he is the master. Okay, I don't know what the hell I'm saying anymore. Okay, so, yeah. Basically, I like the Luke stuff. The Luke was fine. Luke stuff. Yeah. And also, speaking of Force Ghosts, you know, we have all the voices from all the characters. I was so happy and I screamed when I heard Ahsoka's voice. Like, I like that. I would have liked it more if all the past Jedis came to her as Force Ghosts, basically, and tried to, like, push her. Like, they didn't really have to be there. Like, they had to be. I would have loved if all the freaking past Jedis came there as Force Ghosts and just encouraged Rey instead of, I mean, sure, it's great that there's voices. I'm okay with that. And I even heard, like, I looked at the credits and freaking, and we heard Kanan's voice. I didn't actually hear Kanan's voice, but it was in the credits. So that was actually pretty cool. It's that, like, Ahsoka and Kanan were actually there speaking to Rey. That was actually really cool. That's some great fan service. That's how to do fan service right. And, you know, of course, I heard Obi-Wan's voice. I heard Anakin's voice. I heard Samuel Jackson's voice. That's very distinctive. Yoda's voice. We heard some of the great Jedis. You know, Obi-Wan. Hello there. I'm Obi-Wan Kenobi. It's a pleasure to meet Anakin. You shouldn't be doing that. I'd have a really great Obi-Wan voice impression. Okay, and of course there are some fan servicey things in this movie. Fan servicey things, a lot. And most of it really pissed me off. And just made me go, F you, movie. Just there, I had three FUs. Actually, I can't make it 3. This is just how my hand's gonna probably do it. 3 FUs. Just forget that's 4. Okay, so the number 1 FU. Actually, not the number 1. I'm just gonna order in which I said FU in. I literally said FU in the theater. Okay, so right here, the FU I gave was when Rey and Kylo Ren kissed. I was like, no, you did not. No! I like Finn and Rey together. I wanted those two to be together. Like, since when did they have, like, romantic chemistry? Sure, that's what Rian Johnson wanted. But I didn't want that. I wanted Rey and Finn to be together. And that's what Finn was trying to do. He wanted that white ass from Rey. I wouldn't mind some too, but it's just that that's what he wanted. That's what frickin' Finn wanted. He was gonna say, I love you, and that was a joke. Either he was gonna say, I love you, or he was gonna talk about that he was Force sensitive. Which, anyone can basically use the Force. I mean, that's kind of a thing. You don't have to be some special little child that can wield something, or has a magical way of catching up brooms and stuff. Anyone can use the Force. Yep, anyone can basically use the Force. Yeah, but honestly, you kind of set them up to be a romantic thing, because that's all Finn cares about, is doing stuff for Rey. So, and that, you don't even pay it off at all. Or even, maybe even him, like, telling the truth. Like, this is the last movie. You have to pay that off. It started with The Force Awakens, and them having great chemistry together, and honestly could be a couple. But then you never follow it up, and it really does make me mad that they never did follow that up. Makes me pissed off! I just wanted them to be together, or at least maybe, like, talk about it, maybe. Maybe she said, I can't do it because I'm a Jedi or some shit like that. I don't know. But then they kiss out of nowhere. They were trying to kill each other this entire film, and then now she decides to kiss him. To kiss him. I am so mad about that. I was so mad. Like, some people applaud that. I was like, what the hell? Did you guys seriously applaud this shit? No. I was like, F you, movie. Then the next FU is like, Mascarana comes out of nowhere and says, Leia wants to give this to you. Chewie finally got his medal. I'm just like, you're kidding me. Leia held that medal for 40 years. She had 40 years to give you that damn medal. And she decides now, after she's dead, to give it to you. It could have been Han's medal. That's possible. Could have been Han's medal. But still, that was some stupid fan service. Okay, that's something that does not, that's an overboard of fan service right there. There's a lot of good fan service like Avengers Endgame does. That's fan service that's actually good and satisfying. This is shit that, honestly, that's in a fanfic. God damn, like, what the hell? You gave Chewie his medal. That was actually kind of a funny scene just because it's stupid. It's like super stupid. Like adding the Ewoks, that's okay fan service. Porgs. I don't know why the Porgs returned, but that was okay fan service. But fan service like that's shit. Okay, that's shit. Okay, and the next fan service, actually most of the fan service I'm talking about is at the very end of the movie. This made me mad. She apparently, I don't know how the hell she figured it out. She went back to Luke's old house. Why, you ask? So they can have like the ending of every single trilogy has to end with 2 moons, I guess. That's how they had to end the trilogy. Like, really, how the hell did you find this out? Maybe Luke told you, maybe Leia told you, maybe it was in Luke's journal or some shit like that. I don't even know. But you apparently came back. You know, the one thing I was making sure is, are the corpses still there? That's all I really cared about. Are the corpses still there? And of course, this was the big FU to me. And then, like, she's like, and then this random old lady, like, comes out of nowhere, is like, oh my, no one has been over here for years or decades. So, what's your name, young little child? I'm Rey. I'm what? And I'm thinking, oh dear God, you better not effing say that, Rey. You better not say what I think you're gonna say. Of course, you see Luke and Leia's Force Ghost. You apparently giving her the thumbs up to do it. And apparently, and then she says, I'm Rey Skywalker. I'm like, F you, movie. No, that was dumb. You can't just steal somebody's name like that. That's not your own name. Your name is Rey Palpatine, God damn it. God damn that, like, your identity does not match, like, come on. It would, like, it's kind of like, you're afraid to say your name is, Rey, Palpatine. Oh, come on. Well, I mean, Luke should have been ashamed to call himself, after he figured out that his father was Darth Vader, he should have been ashamed to call himself Skywalker. So why should Rey be ashamed of calling herself Palpatine? Okay? That's kind of my problem with it. Like, you can't just take somebody's freaking name just because you hate you just hate your name, okay? You can't do that, people. Can't do that, movie. That made me so mad. I'm like, F you. She is not a Skywalker. She can't just... Okay. Yeah, that pissed me off. That really did make me mad. A lot. Yeah, it did. And of course, we go to a lot of different planets. You know, we go to, basic desert planet, like in every single movie. Yeah, desert planet. We go to a planet with snow on it. Yeah, there's a snow planet. There's also a tree planet. Tree planet. Yeah, we go to all the base and one with a lot of water on it. We go to a lot of the basic planets that most people see. Star Wars just ain't creative anymore. They can't think of anything. Was really creative. I think Crait was a creative planet. They just can't figure anything out anymore, can they? They really can't. They have run out of ideas for planets. It's really sad. It really, really is sad. This franchise is just kind of a mess. Oh, dear God. Have I talked about... I said I like Kylo Ren. He was good in it, you know. I don't know how he randomly showed up at the Death Star, you know. Like, the Death Star remains. You know, I thought the Death Star blew up, but apparently, you know, there's parts still around, apparently. You know, there's just a whole bunch of shit that's still there. Apparently, like, a lot of the rooms are still intact, even though it's clearly blew up. But no, a lot of remains, and apparently Palpatine had a hidden layer within his headquarters, where he kept his magical triangle, like, spacey thingy, Sith thingy, where Rey meets her evil doppelganger, which they were teasing that.
Yes, it's him.
And they're like, Rey could turn to the dark side. And I was like, bullshit, that's going to be an illusion. Which I was right. It was an illusion that took about 30 seconds and it ended. And then for some reason, Kylo Ren just shows out of freaking nowhere. And also, Kylo Ren turning good. I guess I'm okay with it. They were kind of teasing it. Kylo Ren was like, at this point, like, what would you do? I mean, sure, Kylo Ren is still the best character, well-developed character, but still, what were you gonna do? He had to turn good. He's a Skywalker, after all. This is the rise of Skywalker, isn't it? Oh! He has to turn good. He has to. He has to. Yeah, I do like the battle between Rey and Kylo Ren, like, I mean, not the water one, that was kind of stupid. It was a fine battle, but I like the one where it's, like, between, like, in different locations. I do like that. That was a great battle. Really great battle. Also, between that battle, apparently, now there exists this magical MacGuffin that you can enter any Star Destroyer without anyone caring about you. You just enter this magical bullshit ship, and now you can go onto any ship you want to. Where was this in the entire series of Star Wars? Where was this in the entire, like, 3 movies that we've had? This magical captain, and you're telling me none of the rebels have actually obtained one of these magical items. You're kidding me. They haven't, like, stolen any ship that contains that in it. You are absolutely shitting me. You're kidding me. Oh my God. This is dumb. Like, that was just dumb. They were just able to enter, like, the Supreme Leader's freaking Star Destroyer without anyone questioning it and just land on it. And of course, they go guns a-blazing and stuff, and they get caught, blah, blah, blah. And also, there's a lot of fake death scenes. Like, make-up, like, oh my God, that person died? Oh no, oh Jesus Christ. They had so many of those that was kind of dumb. It got me so pissed off. Like, they made me believe Chewie was dead. No, Rey killed Chewie. I'm like, bullshit. He's alive. He has to be alive. There's no way in hell they're gonna kill off Chewie. Like, and of course I was right. I don't know if it's me. I thought I saw 2 ships. I swear, I thought I saw 2 ships. That's why I didn't think he was dead. Maybe there was. I don't even remember if there was 2 ships or not. Maybe there was. Maybe there wasn't. Who freaking knows? Who knows? And then, of course, there was that part where you think, Kylo Ren. Oh no, he got pushed off. He's dead. He's dead. No, he wasn't. He wasn't going to die. Really, people? You really think they're just going to kill off Kylo Ren just like that when he just turned to a good boy? Yeah, you really. Really, movie. You really think that? Ugh. Okay. And then what happens next? Oh, right. Rey. Rey dies. Oh, no. Oh, no. Rey dies. Oh, no. She's clearly dead because her eyes are still open. Oh, dear God. No, she's not going to die. She's not going to die. But Kylo Ren comes in, and he gives her the force healing that's never been shown in the other original movies, and brings her back to life, and then they kiss. And then Kylo Ren dies. Yep, he dies. Apparently, if you hug them hard enough, they come back to life. Where was this all movies? Where was this in the entire franchise? Nowhere, because they just pulled this stuff straight out of their ass and said, we cannot let this character die, but we can let our villain die. So all the Skywalkers finally die in this movie, which I'm like, okay, that's nice. But of course you have to get Rey the Skywalker name at the very end, which I was okay with all the Skywalkers dying. But no, you just have to do that. And of course, Leia dies. Of course, yeah, Leia dies as well. I've said that. I've mentioned that. This movie is just a complete mess, a complete total disaster. So much to freaking talk about. I cannot believe like how much there is to talk about. Oh right, Hux. Basically the Jerry of this series. Yeah, honestly, Hux is just kind of just like Jerry. He tries to show like he's a big boy, and then Kylo Ren just beats the shit out of him because he's just a little wimpy man. He's apparently the spy, and then they just kill his ass off. Like, come on, you didn't have to kill Hux like that. Yeah, I liked Hux. Hux was he's basically the bitch of the First Order, but still, he was a cool character. I liked him, and it was going to be very interesting for like that guy that was super into the First Order, like a freaking like cult. But then he turned sides. Like, I like that idea. Then they just threw that out of the water. No one cares about Hux. No one gives a shit about Hux. Man, is there anything else to talk about? Because there is so much to talk about this film. Like, dear God, like, there is so much shit that happened in this film. But, like, this is probably one of my longest reviews that's ever gonna exist. Like, dear God. How long is this review so far? Like, dear God, I think this is freaking like, basically 30, like 40, this is probably going to be a 40-minute long review. Dear God, I didn't realize how long this video. There is so much to talk about. I cannot believe I'm actually about to be talking about for 40 minutes how much this movie is stupid. Dear God. Okay, Rey. Have we really talked about Rey? Rey's a Mary Sue. There's not much to talk about Rey. She doesn't do much in the movie. She's there, I guess, you know. She's our character. Oh yes, how she defeats Emperor Palpatine. She gets 2 lightsabers and basically does the exact same that Mace Windu does, but apparently this time it actually vaporizes Palpatine, which was cool. It was cool. I guess 2 lightsabers. I guess that's cool. I would like to have all the Force Ghosts right there, just like behind her side, saying that, you know, we got your back and telling her we believe in you and stuff. That would have been a cooler representation, but I guess they didn't get all those actors back. But still, you could just CGI them in there. I would have liked that. And of course, we can't forget about the creepy CGI Leia and CGI Luke, young versions of them. It looks so creepy. They just look like plastic. Ugh, I was like, ew. And apparently Leia has her own lightsaber, and then Rey makes a lightsaber. Dear God, how much did they put in this movie? This movie feels rushed. It's really rushed. This movie has no time to breathe. It just goes by so fast. Like, honestly, like at some point that they're on they're healing some freaking random thing. Like the space lizard thing. And then the next scene, Chewie's dead. And then the next scene, they're going to a planet to get rid of C-3PO. Also, another fake death was freaking C-3PO. And
What are you doing there, 3PO?
Taking one last look, sir. At my friends.
I like the fun, I love how C-3PO was like, I'm gonna take one last look at my friends. Okay, none of those guys were your friends. Clearly, they all hated you. They were all so freaking annoyed by you this entire movie. No one likes C-3PO in this movie. Everyone, this movie kind of made me realize that C-3PO was a very annoying character. Just a whiny little bitch, okay? And then they act like, yeah, it's a big sacrifice. But no. We can't kill off C-3PO. We can't erase his memory. No, we have to give him back his memory. We have to keep the fans happy. We can't do this to Star Wars. He's too important for the next movie. You see my lifeless eyes? This is how much I care about Star Wars right now. You could just erase his memory. Why couldn't you just do it? Just like the Emperor says, do it. Just do it. Okay, you know what? This review is already long enough. I'm gonna stop it here. I'm really just gonna go ahead and stop it here. I might talk about the movie more when the DVD releases. I have a big skit plan. I had a skit plan for us. I was gonna do a recreation of the throne room scene in Return of the Jedi, because I do a really good Emperor voice. Because I am the Senate. I am Emperor Palpatine. I do a good voice of it, but I realized this is probably going to be a very long review, so I was like, nah, I'm going to wait till the DVD release. So that's something to look forward to, the DVD release. There might be more to talk about, but I'll talk about it later, guys. I'm tired. This is a long video, so, yeah. thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, everybody.